For decades, the US economy was synonymous with opportunity and expansion, but lately the roar of a full-throttle boom has been subdued. What invisible forces are holding back the engine of American prosperity? Today, we'll peel back the layers to understand why the full potential of our economy remains untapped. One of the most persistent hurdles has been a dramatic surge in inflation, born from a perfect storm of post-pandemic supply chain disruptions, strong consumer demand, and geopolitical shocks that sent energy and food prices soaring. This confluence of pressures pushed inflation to a 41-year record high of 9.1% in June 2022. While the headline number has since eased, the lingering effect of higher prices, from groceries to rent to insurance, has deeply eroded the purchasing power of American households. This is felt most acutely by families on tighter budgets, where even modest wage growth has been outpaced by the rising cost of living, creating a widespread sense of financial insecurity. To combat this, the Federal Reserve, America's central bank, embarked on its most aggressive series of interest rate hikes in decades. Tasked with maintaining price stability, the Fed methodically raised its key interest rate, the federal funds rate, to its highest point since 2001. The fundamental goal is to cool the overheated economy. By making borrowing more expensive, the Fed aims to temper spending by both consumers and businesses, thereby reducing overall demand and allowing inflationary pressures to subside back towards the bank's 2% target. However, this powerful medicine is not without significant side effects. The policy is a blunt instrument designed to slow everything down. These higher rates ripple through the entire financial system, making it more expensive for businesses to invest and expand, and for consumers to finance large purchases like homes and cars. The central bank is walking a treacherous tightrope, attempting to engineer a so-called soft landing, taming inflation without tipping the economy into a damaging recession. It's a delicate balancing act where every decision risks hindering overall economic growth. In a marked departure from the post-war consensus that championed global free trade, a newer and highly significant factor has emerged: the strategic use of protectionism, trade tensions, and tariffs. Recent years have seen the United States impose substantial new tariffs on goods from key trading partners, most notably on steel and aluminum globally, and a vast array of products specifically from China. This abrupt policy shift has injected profound uncertainty into the global economic system. For businesses, it has meant scrambling to navigate complex regulations, disrupting the finely tuned international supply chains built over decades. The ripple effects are felt on factory floors and in boardrooms, as managers grapple with unpredictable sourcing and volatile costs. Ultimately, these tariffs function as a tax, with the increased costs often passed directly to American consumers, raising the price of everything from household appliances to essential construction materials. The consequences, however, do not end at the border. These protectionist measures almost invariably provoke swift retaliatory tariffs from other nations, creating a cycle of economic escalation. American agricultural exports, such as soybeans and pork, destined for the Chinese market, have been particularly hard hit, impacting farming communities. Similarly, iconic manufactured goods face new barriers, harming American businesses that depend on international sales for their growth. This tit-for-tat conflict creates a climate of deep instability. The unpredictable nature of these policies makes long-term strategic planning, a cornerstone of business growth, exceptionally difficult. When companies cannot reliably forecast costs or market access, they become risk-averse, hesitating to commit capital. This reluctance dampens overall investment in new factories and technologies, stifling the innovation that drives long-term prosperity. The American labor market is a complex ecosystem. While unemployment rates remain low, there are signs of cooling, with some industries experiencing slower hiring. A long-standing issue is the widening gap between productivity growth and the wages of average American workers, leading to persistent income inequality. This inequality can suppress overall consumer spending, a crucial driver of economic growth. As income concentrates at the top, where individuals tend to save more rather than spend, it reduces aggregate demand within the economy. The nation's mounting federal debt and persistent deficits also pose a significant challenge. With debt projected to reach alarming levels in the coming decades, difficult choices about government spending and revenue will need to be made. A larger portion of the federal budget is consumed by interest payments on this debt, potentially crowding out investments in critical areas like infrastructure, education, and research, all vital for long-term economic growth and prosperity. The engine of American prosperity has always been its relentless drive for innovation. From the assembly line to the silicon chip, groundbreaking ideas have consistently fueled economic expansion and improved our quality of life. But today, maintaining that competitive edge is more critical and more challenging than ever before. Significant hurdles stand in the way. For decades, public investment in fundamental research and development, the very seed corn of future technologies, has stagnated as a share of our economy. Our world-class universities, long the envy of the world, face mounting financial pressures, threatening their ability to conduct pioneering research and train the next generation of scientists and engineers. Furthermore, in a globalized world, the competition for top-tier talent is fierce. Restrictive immigration policies can deter the very minds we need to attract and retain to stay at the forefront of fields like artificial intelligence and biotechnology. Meanwhile, nations like China and Germany are pouring vast resources into building their own innovation ecosystems, often with a focused, state-directed strategy. This isn't merely about economic rivalry, it's about setting the standards for the 21st century. The bar for leadership is rising, and relying on past successes is no longer a viable strategy. But innovation, while crucial, is just one piece of a much larger and more intricate economic puzzle. For the United States to truly embark on a new era of sustained prosperity, a broader set of fundamental challenges must be addressed with courage and foresight. Taming persistent inflation is essential to restore confidence and protect the purchasing power of families and businesses. We must also navigate the complexities of a shifting global trade landscape, securing our supply chains while fostering fair commerce. Addressing the widening gap of income inequality is not just a moral imperative, but an economic one, as a broad and prosperous middle class is the true engine of consumer demand. And all of this must be done while responsibly managing our national debt, ensuring that we don't burden future generations. These challenges are undoubtedly substantial, a complex tapestry of interconnected issues. Yet they are not insurmountable. Within each challenge lies a profound opportunity, an opportunity to forge a new consensus. It's a chance to implement thoughtful, forward-looking policies and make strategic, long-term investments that can reignite the American economic engine. By harnessing our inherent resilience and innovative spirit, the United States can unlock its full potential, ensuring a more prosperous, equitable, and thriving future for all.